these brand owners don't know how to direct anything. At one point in life, I do want to be a director, movie director, because I think movie direction and just is a form of curation. Filmmaking is curating a world, adding people, adding talking, adding all those things. It's curation. That's why directors are so like worshipped almost, because they do something most people can't, which is curation. Most people don't know how to do it. So in my brain, how I think of making content as a form of filmmaking. It is. It's a way of how do I show this customer an emotion through something so simple? How do I direct them to the product? This in the clothing brand world don't work. They don't understand this. It's all about product, product, product. Show me the fucking product. Buy the product. At the end of the day, if your direction is good, it should not be hard for a product to shine through, right? So most brand owners don't have direction for the consumers, and then they come to me and ask me, hey, like, how do I talk to my consumer? I'm like, I can't teach you how to direct nobody no fucking where if you don't understand the fucking base of the shit. So like I said, guys, no direction for consumers. Most people don't have it. This is why their brand content sucks. This is one of the reasons. And in 2025, I'm going to talk. Let's think of directing the consumer as like a game. Let's think of it like GTA 5, okay? The one that's based on LA, Los Santos, whatever the fuck it's called. You got Franklin, you got the other people. They're in LA, they're driving around. Some of y'all could literally come to LA and know what the fuck it is based on the things, based on the different scenarios and scenes that they put you in GTA, right? You need to be Franklin and direct them around. But you are Franklin, right? Be Franklin and direct them around Los Santos. I mean direct them, I mean with content, with branding, with your product. You're directing them and driving them around your brand world and teaching them where to go. Are they going to go get the hoodie? Are they going to go get the hat? Are they going to get the shirt, the jewelry? Where the fuck are they going? You have to put them in that place. No one else can put them there but you. How do you drive them there, right? They go on a mission, right? What's the mission? What's the scenario the customer's going to go on to want your product? Where am I going to get the product that is yours? How do I put my consumer in that place? So, first pick the what. What is your end goal with the consumer? So, on the mission, there's always an end goal in GTA. Am I right? Right. Guys, I didn't play it like that. I kind of just watched my little sister play it. She loves it. She's younger. She plays it all the time, even though it's old as fuck. It's older than her, I think. What is your end goal with the consumer? Meaning, like it says here, what's gonna happen at the end of the mission? Are they gonna get $100,000? What's gonna happen? If you don't have an end goal, why would the consumer buy something from you? Oh shit! Oh shit! I literally can the choir. Can the congregation say amen? Because y'all are not, are y'all picking up on what I'm putting down? Y'all don't have end goals for your consumers. Most things in life that you buy, there's an end goal. When you buy toilet paper, you're gonna have to get more toilet paper to wipe the shit out of your ass, right? With wipes as well, right? Toothpaste, your breath's gonna start stinking. You need another thing. That's the end goal. After that shit runs out, you're gonna need it again. It's a never ending. It's never ending. With brands, with clothing brands, because she's not talking about clothing brands enough. With clothing brands, the end goal when you buy something from a brand is either for you to become obsessed with them, to change your whole aesthetic based on them, or they don't give a fuck and they're a drop shipper and they just want you to buy something one time so they can make their $120 or their $50. Whatever it's based on. That's the goal. That's the goal for people. That when you find your end goal, as a curator, your end goal should be something based on changing their aesthetic. That's your end goal. So as a curator, think of it like that. How do I change this person's aesthetic? Like, how do I make them go from being like, I don't want the essential water, I want the Mountain Valley water? How do you make them think like that, right? You put them in that position. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do that because I'm going to stop holding y'all by a leash. Comment below what you think, how you are going to create your end goal, and then I'll say something back about it, if I can. I don't know if I want to. So, when you have the end goal, you create the game around the goal. So if the goal is to change their aesthetic, that means the situation has to be right. The situation has to be based around the goal. You create the game. They're not creating the game. You give them direction. They're not giving you direction. They might give you pieces of direction from things that they like, but at the end of the day, you're pushing them towards it. How do you push somebody towards something? You have to put yourself in the position to do it. Nobody else can. Nobody else can. You have to put yourself in the position to do it. And a lot of brand owners think that this is crazy too. Like, I have to create a game around the world. Game is like the situation, the mission. What's the end goal of the mission? The game is the content strategy, how I'm communicating with them, how I'm placing them in the way I want them to be at, where I want them to be at, and then how you get to the last part of the goal. You do that. Nobody else does it. You do that. The consumer's not doing it. You have to do it. You have to be a doer and curator and figure out how to put them there. If you don't know how to do this, this is a symptom of you thinking that your content is supposed to be based around the product. These are symptoms of things. If you keep creating dropshipper content, there's going to be a lots of fucking defects that come from that. Defects like you can never keep a consumer that's going to stay with you. Your content always looks like you're jamming shit in front of their face. You only know how to speak to them like you're selling a product instead of selling a situation. Those are all those side effects from that shit. Now, when you're a curator, you don't really have many side effects. The only side effect you might have is a crazy ass super fan who loves your brand so much. They have to take more time with your content as a curator. You can't just post shit. You got to take time to sit there and see if this works right. So I'm going to just give you a couple of end goals, templates, and you could push your brand into it. If your goal is sales, you have to push action. Show your brand moving. If you want somebody to buy something from you, you have to move. Show it moving. Very much Madagascar. You should be, I like to move it all the time. Right? I like to move it. That's what you do to get sales. All the things in life you want, you saw them in action. Rolls Royce driving. You saw the Rolex on somebody's arm that was doing something in a luxury scenario. Do y'all understand where I'm coming from? This is how you push your brand. This is how you make your brand something more than the fucking average ass brand that looks stupid. If your goal is engagement, you have to push relatability. Relatability means you come at them where they are, what they're thinking, what their little micro niche that they like right now, what they're eating, drinking, all those things. You come at them with things that they have. I always tell people, show an elevated day in their life. Obviously, you're showing them things that they already do, but you show how you do it better with your aesthetic. If your goals is sales and engagement, you have to get good at creating stories, which is basically another way of saying scenarios. Get very good at it if you want both of those. So basically what I'm saying, this is the one that you need to be the best at. And your end goal should be this one. You need to be very good at creating scenarios that your customer understands that they want to be a part of. So in the scenario, there's relatability. In the scenario, there's movement, there's action, there's a before, there's an after. That's what's in the relatability. People don't get that. Brand owners just have a hard time understanding stuff like this because of the defects that came from the past clothing brand owners, that they think that's the only way to go. If that's the only way to go, you're a student. You're not a doer. I think that this is having direction for your consumer is probably one of the top things that I think most brand owners don't have. Like most brand owners, like I said, they don't have an end goal. They don't even have a beginning goal. They don't have a before and after. They don't have really good set scenarios that the customer always sees them in. They don't have any of this shit. And people come to me and ask me like, oh, why doesn't my brand hit? Why does my brand pop? Most people don't even have brand strategies, content strategy, consumer layouts. Most brand owners don't have this. Imagine if you had all this. You will be a top brand. But people don't want to hear me. They just want to fucking dance, like Andre 3000 said. And I'll see you guys super soon.